So today I've come to Arrow Valley Country Park, which is just 25 minutes from Kells. Not really ideally the weather for it, but it's the bestest day of the week, so stated by the weather. We're looking for grass snakes. There's been reports of them in this park, so my strategy is find them under logs and corrugated metal before the sun goes down, because this is the time of year now where grass snakes will be coming out of hibernation to breed. So if I do find one, there's a good chance it will be a male, most likely. I have no idea what this park has got in store for me other than the lake that Kelly's told me about, and I have been around the lake before, so I've got a lot to explore, and it's going to take a few times as well. Obviously I'll probably have more luck as the weather gets warmer, but for now I'm just going to do a bit of exploring and get a feel of the place. And I've already found a spot coming in here where I think is very ideal for snakes to chill out, not too far away from the river, the lake and the river, where I think they would
turn right to stay on National Cycle Route 5.
Yeah, I'm en route now, so you can, shut her up in a bit. Yeah, I just need a few pieces of corrugated iron now and some wooden boards maybe, or something I can get hold of. I'm going for it. And I was supposed to wear my boots, but I totally forgot, and I paid the price for it. My God, Kelly did not tell me that the bloody footpaths all the way here double up as a bloody river. Oh my God. The amount of times I nearly slipped and broke my neck. This is it. This is it, guys. Type in grass snake Redditch. This is where one was found, swimming in this. It was here. There was a grass snake swimming in here, swimming up against the wall. What I didn't check was what time of year that was. It was most likely somewhere around about May, June, July. But this is it. This is where they are. This is where they are, guys. I'm gonna put the phone away now and go and have an explore around, see what I can find. Maybe a pile of logs or something, I don't know, here and there, and as soon as I find some spots to look at, I'll get back on the recording. It's been raining. The river's absolutely flooded, muddy as hell. Look at that. I wouldn't go in there now at the moment. There wouldn't be any point anyway, of course, because you can't see anything, but I don't like the look of that. I don't like the look of that flow. Pull on that. I don't like that. No. I don't even know how deep it is either, to be honest with you. I'm going to guess anywhere between 2 to 3 foot maybe, possibly more. Well, let's get into the park and see what we can see. Again, because it's afternoon, I'm going to have to rely on where they're hiding. So let's see if we can find anything that they might be hiding under. Nope. So it turns out the weir's just there. I did actually go the wrong way because I took my eyes off the map for a moment there. So I've just been there. The weir's just here. And that way. The lake's literally just there apparently. But look at this. I would if I was a snake. Let's get into it, man. So I couldn't find anything under the logs, but I reckon that'll be a different story in the summer. Maybe it is because it's just been a really wet spring at the moment and they just ain't quite ready yet. I don't know. Oh, I did find a frog though, but that was way earlier. That was way before I started recording, that was. A small frog. This looks like an ideal place for snakes as well. Most likely to hibernate. I've checked as well and there's no adders in the area, no reports of adders, so that's good. It's mainly just grass snakes and amphibians. It doesn't look like there's anything there. And if there was, I've most likely killed it. No, if there was anything under there, it would have gone by now. Even a cold snake would have slowly slithered out of this. But no, I think on we go. On we go. What you need is a nice slab of metal or something, or a board. Let's go and have a look elsewhere then. To be honest, I think late April into May is probably going to be my best bet. But from this day forward, I'm going to get as many days in. It's obviously going to be mostly weekends and holidays when we ain't doing anything elsewhere, that I'll be coming down here. Oh, look at that, there's a swan over there. Swanny, swan, swan. It's a big swan, isn't it? Turn around. Is that a swan? It's got to be a swan, right? The hell am I looking at? Sure, that's a swan, right? Anyway. Let's go. Yeah. So you got one there. You've got one. I did see one somewhere over there a minute ago. I don't know where it's gone now, but there literally was one just there. There's one. There's another one there somewhere. Where is it? There. I mean, yeah. Show the other one. I love it when they do that. So somewhere in this park there are grass snakes. Did you find anything? Anyway, let's get moving. That looks interesting. What the hell was that? I see. Beautiful. Family of swans. There's the youngster. Not sure which one's mum and dad, but got 3 adults there. And I had no idea that they made that sound. So there you go. But yeah, I want to know what that is. Am I looking at a stork's nest? Not a stork's nest, what am I on about? A bloody heron. No, just a bit of a random cluster up there. Let's do the mud dance again. Don't break your ass now. Oh no, this looks like there's something to be looked at over there. I don't know. Come on. Kelly's like, please don't bring a snake back home with you, please don't. I'm like, well, I've got a tank at home, I've got a couple of tanks at home actually. I've got a nice big tank in the back garden at Kelly's. So I say, why fucking not? It's not like the protected like natterjack toads or the great crested newts. They are protected to a degree, but unlike natterjack toads and great crested newts, you can pick them up, you can hold them and all that. And sorry to say, but you know, do a bit of a backhander and kind of like take a couple home with you. See, if I find an adult, I'll be like, oh yeah, wicked, I found my first grass snake. Most likely put it back. But what I'm really looking for is a juvenile male and a juvenile female, so I can start my own breeding program, because I actually want to introduce them to the Midlands. That's my plan. I take them to the waterways of the West Midlands. because you don't hear of them. You don't hear of them in Birmingham. You just don't hear of them. I've never had a sighting in the 30 odd years I've been looking for animals. Yeah. Never seen a grass snake in my life. So when I see one, young or old, it really is going to be like orgasm time, honestly. Especially if I find a little baby one to rear up. You know, I've got experience with snakes as well anyway, because I used to have garter snakes, which is technically a grass snake, and I used to have a king snake as well. I used to have a chocolate banded California king snake. Now both got away. They did escape eventually, but I got them back. The garter snake that I had, she passed away for whatever unknown reasons coiled up inside her den. I had like I got like a cardboard box, like some packaging from some like food, and I sealed it back up and made like a little hole in the one corner for her to go in, come in and out of. And I hadn't seen her. It was coming into the winter time, and I hadn't seen her for a while, and I was trying to breed them, and I was reducing her lighting. It was the first time I ever tried breeding, and I followed what to do. I was reducing the heat gradually through into the winter, and she went into, no, I could be wrong, maybe she went into hibernation. I don't know, but all I do know is when I investigated, after not seeing her for about a week or two, she was coiled up, perfect coil in the box, stiff as a board. So, you know, I just took it that she was dead. But my California king snake, on the other hand, see, with the garter snake, she got away and she got through she got down from upstairs in my bedroom. She got down through the foundations between the brick and the breeze blocks, and she'd found her way out through one of the air vents, and my dad cornered her in his little tiny bit of a garden in the corner, and that's how I managed to get her back. And she'd only been missing for about a week or two. Well, my California king snake had gone missing for like about a month, and I lifted up my carpet in the one corner the one day, days later after it had gone missing, and it had shed its skin under the carpet, so I knew roughly where it was. And it had found a hole in the floorboards, gone down in the floorboards, and then came back up where the hot water boiler was, next door to my bedroom at the time. And poor mum was coming up with some towels to put in the airing cupboard. She opened the door, and there was my California king snake coiled up on the boiler, lashed out at her. She got a fright. But unfortunately, after not feeding for about a month or so, it was nothing but skin and bones, literally skin and bones. I don't know how it was still alive. And as hard as I tried to get it to feed, it just wasn't taking anything. It wasn't taking anything, and I knew the inevitable was going to come then, and that's how that snake ended up passing. Not to blame my dad, but for that that type of snake, which is a constrictor, the wooden makeshift lid that my dad had made, which was just plywood with a framework over the top and a slide lid, really wasn't ideal for that kind of snake, because it managed to come up, like, you know, you've got like a little gap in the corner of fish tanks where you've got the glass ledges. It climbed up, gone through there, gone along the lid, across the glass shelf at the top, and then pushed itself and popped the lid and got out the side. And that's how it must have escaped, because the lid was up, the one corner was up. And I haven't had snakes since. Now, if I do get some grass snakes, which I am feeling confident this year, you know, I know I'm not gonna. I mean, I might not find them at all this year. Might not find them for a couple of years. But I'm really feeling lucky. Not right now, but I'm really feeling lucky for this year, and that's only because so many people have, and I mean, it's not like loads, not like fucking, you know, 20, 30, 40 people have been reporting them. Like, you know, you rarely see them. You rarely see grass snakes, even in the areas where there's loads of them, unless you live in down by where Freezy is, where it's absolutely fucking snake heaven. But you got to be careful down there because you got adders as well. Yeah, they're very elusive, even in a reasonable area like this. But I do feel lucky because people have been talking about them in here, and there's enough reports to give me enough reason to want to keep looking down here. Let's just wait for the weather to warm up a bit, and hopefully our luck will be in. I think I'm going to have to go out, maybe. That's what I need to learn up a little bit more on, is how far out from the water they're likely to be chilling out on. Like, you know, once the breeding season, because like if you take like frogs for example, I've got a lot of experience with frogs, and so they will breed anywhere from typically from mid-February into early March, and then so obviously ponds and shallow pools and puddles in the fields, and that is where you go for them in that time of the year, and you see them in mass breeding and plexia all over the place. But you see, once they've finished breeding and everything, you start looking under logs and everything around about the ponds that they've been in, and even far out than that, so long as there's like somewhere for them to hide, you will find them. But I'm not too sure about grass snakes because I'm inexperienced. I'm still researching them. And if I can find out, if I'm honest, I think what I was talking about earlier, that grass that was over there before I crossed over to the lake, I think that ideally is the right kind of habitat that they would chill out on, hiding under a log or some corrugated metal or whatever. So being as there's none there, I'm gonna place my own, and hopefully we will get lucky. But I want to know where this bloody Japanese garden is, if there is one, because apparently that's where they've mostly been spotted. It's mostly where they've been spotted, apparently. Other than that, we're back there. There's not enough stuff for them to hide under in the immediate vicinity of the lake. I'm gonna have to venture deeper, but yeah, being as it's way too muddy and wet, and I ain't got the right footwear on, and again, weather's not really, I don't know, maybe they haven't quite woke up just yet. But May's not too far away, people. We will see something soon, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. See, I would lift all this up, but it's clearly a barrier for some reason, so I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to touch it. In fact, probably get questioned anyway, because I mean, look where we are. So it's getting a bit too public now. It wouldn't surprise me that there was one in there though. Oh, Kelly's calling me, so I'll be back in a bit. So these are tufted ducks. You've got Canadian geese here. You've got tufted ducks. Not sure which one's the male and the female. I'm going to roughly guess that that's the female, and I guess that must be the male. Because it must be like mallards. The male has like the colour, and so like being as the tufted duck isn't brown, that must be what the female looks like. It's got to be in it, really. Yeah, guys. Sorry, I ain't got no bread. What have you done to your leg? You broke yourself up? Yeah. No way, man. Yeah, I've got no bread. I've got nothing. I got nothing, man. This is my finger. You cannot eat finger. Sorry, dude. I'll bring some bread next. No, I won't bring bread because that's not good for you, is it? I'll bring some chicken feed. Right, see you later, guys. Bye bye. I'll just get these geese as well because I like awesome. I love that type of goose. Love them goose. Forgot what they're called. I didn't even know what they was called before, but somewhere, and this woman told us what they was, and I've forgotten now. It's a cool name though. Now I've got to find my way back. And do you really think I'm gonna go uphill up that mudslip? Nope. So I've got to find an alternative route. Kelly's got tea on, so I suppose I better find a route quick. the next time, well, the next time, I want to come here every weekend, and I mean that would increase my chances. I've got a vast area to check out. I've got things to put in place, trial and error. I'll tell you what, I'll try and see if I can get to that area I was talking about, and you'll see what I mean. I'm not even sure, but no, I don't think I started recording then, did I? What the hell is that? Oh, that must be like a fisherman's tent thing, isn't it? Oh, with my eyes I thought it was a gigantic fucking hornet's nest or something like that. I didn't know what the bloody hell it was. Anyway, is that comfrey? No. So yeah, let's get the frick out. Oh my god, we found an area, peeps. We found an area. Right, and I reckon in there as well, I reckon when the weather warms up, in there's going to be good. Given that there's loads of logs and that, but this, and again, it looked good at the time from a distance, but maybe not. It's barrier, so I'm not going to touch it. Yeah, it's barrier, I'm not going to touch it. Or I bet you there is some stuff under there though, even now. There's bound to be some stuff under there. That must be that yachting club that I saw on the map, or wherever it was. Anyway, yeah, I'll carry on with the recording when I get further down. Hold up there, what's this? See, this would be good. This would be good for the snakes to hide under all that. But again, I'm not going to touch it. I don't want to touch it. I need to be finding stuff like that in places like this. And like I keep saying, I've got a vast area to check out. So it's going to take many weekends and holidays to get through it all. So let's make a full circle round to the exit area. This is the part where I get lost. This is the part where I get lost. What's that? Tackling fish theft and illegal fishing. Well, I wouldn't fish here without a license anyway. Still, I bet it makes good fishing here. Sorry guys, don't mean to scare you. I know you don't want to go back in the water, not yet. Surprised I ain't seen a rabbit. Or a deer. There's a lot of monkjack deer here as well. Over in the woods mostly, of course, but I suppose maybe they do come over every now and again for a quick drink. A lot of herons here in the summertime as well. Oh, Kelly's neighbour's got a pond, and he was having it cleaned out on the weekend, and he had all his koi carp in. Had some specialist come round, some landscaping guy, and he was cleaning it out for him. and he had all the fish in a big container at the back of the garden. And no word of a lie, literally within about 10 minutes of us getting back and being out in the back garden, you know, just observing what the man was doing and that, having a talk over the fence to the neighbours, a sonking great big heron comes flying about, what, 20 foot over the garden, legs dangling down ready, and just went over the rooftops. It didn't take long for the herons to spot those koi. Just to emphasise the amount of herons we have over these sides. I've got to try and see if I can find my bloody way back. Something inside is telling me that this is the probably. Please keep. Do not enter the water. Do not enter the water. Yeah, do not enter the water. It's that fucking deep, fast moving bastard. That's why. Yeah, I wouldn't. Especially in this weather when you can't see bugger all. I don't want to go this way, do I? I don't know. Maybe this is the right way, but I feel I need to go all the way around. It's going to start getting dark now. I said to Kelly I'll be back. I don't even know what time it is, but I said I'll be back for 7. Whoa. I'm going to guess, being as sun sets not until like about 7:40. I think it's 7:49 is it tonight, that despite the white out, I'm gonna guess it's around about 20 past 7, 7:15, 20 past 7. Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, quarter past. 14 minutes past, but who wants to argue it? So there you go. I hope you enjoyed my somewhat boring. I want to thank the ducks and the geese for keeping things interesting. Thank you very much. And I'm really sorry I didn't fall and break my arse for you. There looks like another good area. Down there. All here. Put a few panels down in here. But there's certain areas and a certain angle of the sun, positioning of the sun, where you got to strategically place the panels so that you can get a greater chance of finding some. And as soon as I figure out where's where in this area, I mean, I wouldn't be at all surprised if there's a sundial or whatever, or some sort of a compass thing on the floor. Yeah, there's another. I mean, I'm not lifting that big bugger, but maybe like logs like that, logs like this one. Hold on. Logs like this one. You'll find toads and maybe some newts and that. There's a slug there. There. This is what. Oh, hold on, guys. Yeah. These are the kind of areas that you would find them. And when I lift logs like this and I see what's underneath, I sort of like imagine, fantasise if you will, how I would imagine a snake or something coiled up there. There's nothing, there's never anything there. Something's died around here, that don't smell good. Let's put that back anyway, increase our chances for later. Let's continue on. Honestly, man, it smells like a dead hedgehog or something. Ew. Yeah, it's starting to gone down a few shades or two again. Need to get her moving before some gigantic monster comes out the water. Oh, good. See, I can't even be asked. I want to get them logs there, but I really need. I'm just going to keep an eye on wherever else I see, make note of it, and we'll check it out another time. There's another good one. Pile of logs down there. But what I meant to say back there earlier was, next time, cross fingers, it will be sunnier and hopefully a lot drier, and maybe we'll be in luck. But I don't think we're going to stand much chance as to when I sort some panels out and that, and then I think that's when it will really start to get interesting. Now that area I was on about is just up here, about 10 minutes away from here. I need to sort my tyre out on my trackies.
Yeah, they should be coming in tomorrow.
Because I keep flashing my bum. Already tied it up a couple of times. Yeah, look at that. You know that's good fishing. Look at that. Perch, roach, rudd, maybe even pike. See, Steve, people like Steve's lucky because he gets to do pike fishing. I've never seen a pike before. I'd like to do barbel fishing as well. They're a challenge as well. But I've never seen a barbel. One of my favourite fish, tench. Never seen a tench. Never seen a tench. I used to have a couple of tench in a fish tank, but I made the mistake of putting a bloody perch in the tank as well, thinking that ain't gonna eat it. And I didn't research the size of the perch's mouth, did I? I was just come back from work and I was observed. See, I got the perch, which was like maybe a pound, well, about the size of my hand, and from a river. It was a wild perch. But the tench, I had a couple of little tench. One was a normal green tench, and the other one was what you call a gold tench. It's like a bright yellow tench. And I must have paid like a tenner for them each. And I had a few reeds going along the back of my tank, and I saw the perch just chilling there like that, and right in front of my eyes he just came up like a performance. It was like he was saying, I'm gonna fucking eat your fish now. He came up I seen his fin come up like that, all the spikes come up, and he turned in, and I went, isn't his little mouth couldn't possibly fucking take them fish. And I swear to God, he opened his mouth and it was like some kind of tractor beam. The fish was there, the perch was there, and he just went like that, and it just sucked the fucking fish backwards into his mouth. And I was like, what? And then as soon as the other one knew what was up, he's going like that in the corner, going up the tank like that. Perch has just gone up, gone, yeah, sure up. Whoa! Had him. Both of them right in front of my face. 20 quid down a Swanee. Yeah. Learnt my lesson that day. Yeah, their mouths like open up like a bloody bucket. Because they're related to those bloody sea fish, those sea bass. Do the same bloody thing. Suck the fish into their mouths. Right, which way do you want to go? I want to go this way, but I'm probably wrong. Although, is that the weir? Yeah, because that's the point. That's the weir. That's the weir. We're going the right way now. Because that's the weir. There's the logs. Yeah. We're going the right way. We're going the right way. But the problem is, I don't know how the bloody hell I can get to that field where I want to put the panels now. I'll show you that. Here we go again. I can get to the field where I want to put the panels, but I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get back after that, because there's an awful lot of joggers round here. Fair play to them. But I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get back, other than going on the main roads. And they don't give you that much space to walk along the main roads. It's just like a little messy dirt track. I'm probably just as better off going down where I came from. You know, mud, risk of slipping and falling over versus risk of falling, slipping over and getting tarmacked. Well, I have tried to keep it interesting for you people, but I really must be making tracks now, so I'm going to lock it off here and I'll turn it back on as soon as I get back to like some sort of civilization really close to Kelly's. There's the motorway I've got to get across, and after that bridge that I've called the gateway to Snake World, it's like it gets messy. It gets really messy, honestly. And this is why I don't know why the hell I don't know why I'm going this way, because I can't think of any other way to go. I'm gonna have to bust the map out. What the hell? Interesting use of underneath a bridge. That's interesting. That's interesting. That is pretty interesting. You wouldn't see that down by us, but it's an interesting way of using the ground, isn't it? Using the area. How the hell I never noticed that before when I came down here, I don't know. Anyway, now I came this way, didn't I? No, I didn't. I came that way. So I came that way, which is the messed up messed up fucking muddy way, so I ain't doing that. I'm gonna figure out another way, because we're more or less going in the same sort of direction. So like I said earlier, this is where I get lost. Anyway, I'm gonna lock off now, and as soon as I get back to somewhere that I can see the houses, I'll switch it back on. I'm probably going to get a phone call off Kelly again in a minute just to make sure I'm okay. So, catch you in a bit. So I'm not sure, but I think I'm lost. Still, it's nice and calm. Aye. I think we're getting somewhere. I think I might have to start watching out for cars here running. Maybe. I'm so glad this turns this way, because I know I've roughly got to go that way. Don't know what the hell that is, but it looks creepy. Hey, you know what? I think this is. It feels like I've gone to the fort, the ford, not the fort, the ford, where I in the summertime go to catch me brimstone butterflies and me crickets and that. But it can't possibly be, because that's a few miles in the opposite direction. Again, all this here I need to explore. I'm going to lock off now because I really do need to find the map. I trust that I'm going in the right direction, but just to make sure, back in a bit. So I've made it to the church, which is a banging landmark for me. Fantastico, because that tells me I'm going in the right direction. All this as well, because like the lake is literally just there, just off this hill. So all this here, all this grass, probably more towards where the trees are. Want to get some panels in there as well. I could just imagine it, nice hot day, sun beating down. Yeah, you get some grass snakes. I must be doing some work on the church. And now it started raining. But it's all good. She said something about a path. Right, this is where I get the map on the go now. I think I really do need to, because even though we are at the church, I kind of like need to get an idea of what side of the church I actually need to be on. I know we're close. We're like literally just down the road from Kelly's in one of the directions. Let's get the map out now. Right, let's go. Heading in the right direction.
Turn left onto Ipsley Church Lane.
Yeah, I know where I am now. This is the boggy. This is the boggy grass that I walked on to get here in the first place. I don't know if it's going to help, but if I turn it on the side, Would that be better for the recording?
Turn right onto Icknield Street Drive, B4497.
Yes, Kelly's is literally just down the road, folks. Ideally what I need to do is cross the road and go down the underpass. Got blackbirds and song thrushes. Although it might be a missile thrush. Still haven't been able to distinguish the missile thrush and the song thrush calls yet. I'm going to guess the song thrush has got more of a harmonic sound to its calls. A bit like I would imagine like a nightingale would. They're all related.
Turn right.
Blackbirds, robins, thrushes, nightingales, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think wrens as well are in that family. Could be wrong. I'm gonna do a frogger. Is this a footpath? Yeah.
Turn right onto Upper Hall Close.
It's telling me I'm being naughty. No, it ain't. It's telling me it is away. It is away. Sorry, pigeon, for scaring you. It's away though. A much drier way, quicker way, effective way. But next time I come, I'm going to be wellied up.
Turn left onto Greensward Lane.
Morsefield. That's what we want, Morsefield. We want Morsefield. Should really go down there and follow the paths round through the houses. But I'm not gonna, because I know where I am. And my footwear is already as muddy as it's gonna get. Daffodils everywhere. Oh dear. Boggy grass, boggy grass, boggy grass. There's another underpass. In fact, that's the underpass that I came through to get to the park. It's mad how I've just remembered what Kelly's, what the road is just before where she lives. I can't remember. 5 minutes, 10 minutes ago. Now we are here. Where that where that van's going, like you can see. Finally.
Turn left onto Morsefield Lane.
Yep, that's the one, baby. That's the one. That is most certainly the one. Morsefield. Here we are. Well, just like I figured, didn't get to see any snakes. Nonetheless, it's been interesting, and I will definitely be going back there again sometime soon. Shit, might even go there tomorrow if it's not too bad, but it says on and off showers, so probably not. I mean, you've seen how bad that was. Well, you didn't even see the worst of it. I didn't even end up showing you that field in the end, did I? I didn't want to take
Turn
the risk.
left onto Harbury Close.
Did not want to take the risk. I need to turn her off again as well. Well, you have reached your destination. Yeah? I most certainly have. There we go.
Turn left to stay on Harbury Close.
I think I'm there, darling. Cleaned that car this morning. Look at it. Shine, shine. Yeah. Right then. Time to have a curry. Thanks for watching, everyone that took the time to actually watch that.